my time exactly fixed, so it's always erratic. So I would suggest that if you like this content, then click on that little bell icon so you'll get a notification. Alright, and now let's get straight to the topic at hand. Today we are talking about Srividya, Sri Yantra, and Lalita Tripurasundari. Okay, so who is Lalita Tripurasundari? I've made many videos. I've also got a book that I just released on my personal observations over 2.5 decades into Srividya, right? So if you're interested in that book, drop me an email. And they are ebooks, so they don't have to be sent to you, and you can book them and I'll send them as soon as I can. So you will be able to, thank you. So you will be able to know, you'll be able to get the books that way. Click on the notifications button because I intend to come live every day, if not every day, then every other day. And I set this intention and I am trying my level best. So we are going to learn a lot today about Bala Tripurasundari. Now I've explained to you that Srividya goes in levels. So when you start off Srividya, it is absolutely mandatory to learn Mahaganapati. Because Mahaganapati should be learned and invoked before any puja or anything, because this is the Mooladhara chakra where the Kundalini resides. And if the Mooladhara is not in balance, then it's very difficult to do anything. And obstacles keep coming. Obstacles and constant obstacles. So before I even progress to Bala, we are going to talk about Mahaganapati and what's the difference between Ganpati and Mahaganapati. So, as I said, that the deities only appear as external manifestations from the depths of our imagination, from the depths of our sadhana. Other than that, when a siddhi happens, the archetype is realized within. That's called self-actualization. So when Ganpati is prayed externally, when external prayer is offered, that is Ganpati. When you realize the archetype of Ganesh within you, that is Mahaganapati. The Ganpati within, the esoteric and the exoteric. So this is very important to understand that when Ganpati Siddhi happens, there's an external Siddhi as well as there's an internal Siddhi. That internal awakening of Ganpati is Mahaganapati. And of course you need to know about both of them, because they are one and the same. Okay, first and foremost, they are one and the same. There's no difference. There's no difference between all the 32 forms of Ganesh, or 31 or 32, or some say 64 forms of Ganesh. The esoteric schools of Ganapatis teach 64 forms of Ganesh, like 64 forms of Bhairav, 64 forms of Yogini. So this is the key to it all is Mahaganapati and Ganpati are one and the same. There's no difference. Mahaganapati is the internal, the root Ganapati. Alright, everything emanates from spirit. So the root, the core of the Ganpati energy, the quantum graviton that causes ripples in space, so that stellar groups can come together. The power of gravity, right? The most elusive force. And gravity is again something we don't understand. Like, what makes gravity tick? Where does it come from? Right? Because it's observed that the quantum graviton exists even without collisions with black holes. So, and gravity is not that strong, which is why Ganpati and electromagnetism is of course super strong. That is the Devi, electromagnetism. So this is why, this is the difference between Ganesh. Ganesh is the external manifestation of Mahaganapati, who is at the core, the root of all tattva, of all manifestation. Alright? If it will help you think of Mahaganapati as Parabrahm, alright? Parabrahm, Paramatmam, or think of him as Param Shiv. Okay? Param Shiv. Whereas Ganpati is like Sadashiv. So this is the best way to think about Mahaganapati. That he is the root, he is the core. Whereas Ganesh is the external manifestation. Now, we know that basically his seat is the Muladhara chakra, which is red in color, Muladhara chakra, alright? And the Muladhara chakra, the sound of Muladhara is Lam, okay, Lam. The element is Prithvi Tattva, alright? The element is, if you keep talking nonsense, I will block you from the broadcast. I'm discussing about Mahaganapati. Please have some respect and buzz off before I have to block you. So, the Mooladhara is his seat, right? The Mooladhara chakra, Prithvi Tattva, Lam Bij, red in color. Today, incidentally, is also Tuesday, the day of Mangal. Mangal, of course, color of Mangal is red, but Mangal resides in Swadhishthan. That is orange. That orange is a variation of red. So that's interesting to note. Now, key component to Mahaganapati is they are one and the same. Ganpati and Mahaganapati. All the forms of Ganpati, one singular power. Alright. Now the thing is that why does Mahaganapati have red skin? I explained to you he's the Mooladhara chakra, which is why he has red skin. Trinetra, he sees through the past, present and the future. Threes, Tripura. Okay, we are going to discuss threes, the miracle of 3, 6 and 9. Today we will discuss. So, Shakti is on the left, right? The left brain, the right brain, the masculine brain, the feminine brain. That is the symbolism. And his Shakti is white, whereas he is red. So this is also very interesting, the esoteric representation of this. Why she white and him red? Whereas we've seen in Tantra Shastra, in the beginning when Parabrahm bursts out as a spanda and forms a bindu. Then there are 3 types of bindu. The red bindu, the red bindu, Shakti bindu, white bindu, Shiva bindu and Mr. bindu. So it's interesting to see that in the primordial emanation, Shakti is red, where Shiva is white. Ganpati is none other than Shiva, a different manifestation, like the offspring of Shiva. They share the same Bijakshar, Om, Pranav. Alright? So, when you think about the primordial Mahaganapati, Mahaganapati is very powerful with 10 hands and all of that. He embodies the deeper secrets, the deeper cosmic secrets, okay? And the worship of the reason we worship Mahaganapati is for the flowering of consciousness, through which we can then step by step progress towards Devi. But of course, after Mahaganapati is Siddh, then you move on to Bala. Now Chaitra Navratri is coming. So this is indeed a good time to embark on Bala sadhana or Mahaganapati sadhana. Alright, even during Navratri, Ganpati sadhana is always auspicious, is always sacred. So this Chaitra Navratri, gift yourself the possibility of learning these archetypes. More than learning, I would say realization of these archetypes. We don't really need to learn. Everything is within you. You don't really need to learn, like, how we consume things. We don't need to. We do this because we've fallen into matter. So we feel the need to consume, right? But this is, you already know this information. It's just being revealed to you. Like Christopher Columbus did not discover America, right? Because America always existed before he discovered it, right? Same with mathematics. It's like it's a stage of realization that, okay, this is what it is, and you come to realize this deep secrets. Mahaganapati allows you to go inward, and through the Prithvi Tattva, because the quantum graviton creates gravity. Gravity causes stellar nurseries, galaxies to form with the cosmic filaments. So Ganpati is obviously manifestation, physical reality. Especially Mahaganpati. So Chishta Ganpati is Vishuddh, and he's associated to Akash Tattva. This finger relates to Akash Tattva. So, if you think of Mahaganapati, the realization will happen with a mantra. Of course, the most famous mantra of Mahaganapati, Om Sring Ring Kling Long Ganganapate Varvarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamanaye Swaha. So this is a very powerful mantra. Then Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Alright? And Glong is also Ganesh Beach. Glong is also Ganesh Beach. And through Glong, we actually realize Prithvi Tattva. Because Glong, the beach, is connected to Prithvi Tattva. I just wrote something about that a little while ago. Just little, notes about sadhana that I regularly tend to write, because it sort of excites me. There's so many realizations to have once you are in the process, especially during a sadhana, right? During a sadhana, there's so many things to realize, right? So many things to realize, because as I tell all my students, that you have to discover this yourself. It's not something that can be spoon-fed to you. Like, hey, write out the mantra, I'm just going to take a printout and I'm going to... No, take the time to pause the video, listen to the sounds with headphones on, concentrate on what the sounds are doing to you. Right? Sound frequency, what is it doing to your internal being? Do you feel the sound? And if you do feel the sound, what does it feel like to you? So this is... as I said, that everybody has to keep a psychic journal, a spiritual journal, where you discuss your observations. And again, spiritual knowledge or spiritual realizations are actually not to be shared with the world. Like, you don't make a Facebook post about it and say, look, this is what happened to me, I'm doing this sadhana, I'm doing that sadhana. You do not discuss this with anyone. If you're doing a sadhana, great, you are doing a sadhana. Why do you want to discuss it with the world? It is said in Shukra Niti, all the planets have Nitis. Nitis means rule, right? Chanakya Niti and stuff like that. So, rule, according to the planet Shukra and Shukra Niti, you're actually not supposed to tell anyone about what you're doing. If you have a difficult time, difficult things are happening to you, again, don't go out there and you do not need to discuss this with anybody. If you are facing problems in your sadhana, you figure it out. You connect to a space deep within. You don't externalize this. You don't share it with anybody. In fact, in our parampara, and to call a parampara, you don't share this with anybody. You just share your, not even parents. Like when you get your Bij mantra, and Guru gives you Bij Mantra, that Bij Mantra is never to be revealed to anybody. So even spiritual experiences, so oftentimes, I do tell you guys sometimes that, oh, this is what happened to me with this experience. Like I'm going to give you a bit of information now about my Shabar Sadhana. So today is my 12th day of a very specific Shabar Sadhana of Ganesh. And I can tell you that not only do I feel vivified, the Ganesh Yantra I've taken there, and I have a gold Ganesh Yantra. And welcome. And I have a Ganesh yantra, and the puja, the tarpan you can do. I have them. If you want them, you can, because they'll be energized. Thank you. Because they'll be energized in your name. Ganesh yantra, copper with gold plated copper. And the yantra remains only an artifact until and unless it is charged. And with the yantra comes a Rakshamala. Because a Rakshamala is either, is mostly Rudraksh, but Rakshamala is what you wear when you chant, when you do sadhana. It's what you wear. Okay, so Rakshamala and Yantra, in fact, the Bhairav Yantra I showed you yesterday, you can even sleep with that. It's very small. That Bhairav Yantra is so powerful that even if you're not doing sadhana, you can sleep with it under your pillow every day. You can sleep with it under your pillow. It's that powerful, okay? It'll protect you from any and all harm. You can have one that you keep in your purse. Okay, so like I told you guys that I have the yantras of all the Devis available, and I do special puja on them, and I activate them. Again, I can't find that little bit of information I had about the I just can't seem to find it. I had it here with me right now, and now bam, just like that, I can't find it. So anyway, moving on to once the Mooladhara Chakra, Mahaganapati allows you to enter, then you can start with Bala Sadhana. Bala is Swadhisthana. So you have to first in Srividya start with Mahaganapati. And Mahaganapati, of course, you have to learn you will either get Bijakshara, or you will get Om Gangadapate Namaha, or you will get Om Sring Ring Kling Long Gangadapate Varvarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamani Swaha. So this mantra is very powerful. And when you do this mantra, you do japa, then of course 1/10 Tarpanam, which Tarpanam also I teach of Mahaganapati and Ucheshta Ganapati. Alright? You'll have to do Tarpan. And Tarpan is such a powerful process because Mahaganapati is Jala Tattva. So this activates your connection to Mahaganapati through Tarpan. Yes, mantras are important. Yes, homas, purushcharnas as they are called. They're very important, alright. But if you take upon Mahaganapati that, I'm going to do your worship for the rest of my life. I will do, because you have to do Ganpati in one form or the other. So if you think of it like that, then there is no counted japa like 1 lakh japa and this much tarpan, this much homam, this many ahutis. There's nothing like that. If you take Mahaganapati to be your lifelong deity that you start your worship with, then you will see that you don't have to worry about Purushcharnas, okay? But learning Tarpan will anyway be very helpful because Mahaganapati Tarpan actually releases a lot of pain and suffering. And it's a very interesting process because you get to make a turmeric Ganpati. With Srividya, once you've been initiated in the 28-lettered mantra and you have done Bijakshara chanting with the 14 mudras that I've taught you guys, Mudras of Ganpati are very important because the key to the key that the tantric sadhana or Shabad sadhana gives us. Shabad sadhana gives us mantra, but very powerful mantras. But when you use the Shabdi mantra with mudra, the effect is different. When you chant a tantric beach with mudra, the effect is different because your body is aligning to that energy. So when you Shuddhanta mudra, you're again aligning to the quantum graviton, you're aligning to Ganpati energy. Apasha mudra or Ankusha mudra or Vigna mudra. Again, Ganpati is internal, Mahaganapati is internal. So when you show deity the mudra, say you need protection, and you show Devta Vigna mudra, you're showing that to your unconscious. Because Ganesh is your unconscious. The Devis are all a part of your unconscious. So mudra showing activates the unconscious and signals a thought that, hey, I want to be protected. Protect me, Vigna mudra. Hey, I want abundance, Ladduka mudra. Hey, I have too many complications right now. Give me a solution, Pasha mudra. Hey, I need some blessings, Varada mudra. Hey, I need to feel fearless before that meeting, Abhaya mudra. Right? Hey, I need to cut through all this bullshit, Chakra mudra. Right? Hey, I need to come closer to my spouse, Chapa mudra. Or I need to balance my left and right hemispheres, Chapa mudra. So, like this, the key to sadhana is mantra, mudra, pranayam, and the power to concentrate and focus. So this is what Srividya level 1 is Mahaganapati. And in this video, we are going to touch base with Mahaganapati and Bala. And then we'll of course take up Varahi, Matangi and everybody else later on. And also the different bhairavs of Srividya. We are definitely going to get into that. But I urge everybody to learn if you want to better your life, if you want to connect to divinity. In fact, I should not have named this video Sri Yantra. I should have called it Mahaganapati and Bala and the importance in Srividya, which I think I should rename this later. So realize the power of the quantum graviton within, and that is Mahaganapati Siddhi. Once that happens, the energy, your potentiality is unleashed through the Kundalini. You get a push that, okay, I can now move towards that. So this is very, very important that your Mooladhara chakra activates, without which no sadhana is possible. So that's why in the Srividya tradition, we start off with what's important. We start off with Mahaganapati. And you have to do a certain amount of recitation. So you can just try to keep ajapa jap, like as I said, persistent jap in the mind. And the never underestimate the energy of Mahaganapati. Never. Because he helped Lord Shiva destroy Tripurasundari, the demon, very powerful demon, that nobody could destroy. Mahaganapati helped Lord Shiva destroy that demon. So you see how powerful he is. 44 Mahaganapati Tarpans, 44 days. Yes, you should do them every day and get it done by 44 days. But if you don't have that kind of time or commitment or energy, then do it at your pace. But 44 Tarpans of Mahaganapati have to be done. And it's a very, very interesting process to feel what happens when you're saying the mantra and you're dropping the water through this part of your hand, the chin mudra. It's very powerful to feel the water and how it just trips through these two fingers, right? Madhyama and Anamika. How it trips through. It's a place of Parabrahm. So through the Parabrahm, it falls into existence. through ether and fire falls into existence. So this is a very, very interesting how Mahaganapati triggers our connection to the mother. How Mahaganapati triggers the connection to the divine feminine. All right? Thank you. Thank you. So this is important. 44 tarpans have to be done. And you can remove any and all obstacles through this 44 tarpanas that you can do to Mahaganapati with the 28 lettered mantra. Om Sring Ring Kling Glong Ganganapate Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamanaye Swaha. And it is so powerful, because this is the first set of tarpans is 12 times, the whole mantra, and then Tarpayami Namaha. And when you're saying Tarpayami Namaha, you drop the water. And then you break up the whole mantra in Bijaksharas. And at the end, you pay obeisance to the 26 Avarana Devatas. And the 26 Avarana Devatas are again different names of Ganesh, the different manifestations of him. The key to this is that this comes in handy if you are ever looking to do Mahaganapati Yantra Puja, which is again another fascinating practice to embark on. Mantra Charan, Pranayam, Tratak, Mudra practice with Pranayam and Tratak. Then you slowly graduate on to Tarpanam, then you slowly graduate on to Homam. It's a very cathartic feeling, and once you do the Tarpanam, and especially if you want to be healthy, mind and body, then you should do it, okay? Totaling 444 Tarpans. Again, this is a class that I do. So don't miss this. And now let us move on to Bala Tripurasundari, right? Because we are going to talk a lot about Bala Tripurasundari today. And Bala Tripurasundari is the manifestation of the mother, the divine mother, Lalita Tripurasundari, as a 9-year-old child. When Tripurasundari wants to, and Lalita means she who plays, Leela. So when Tripurasundari wants to really play, because the Swadhisthana is the place from which all pleasures are experienced, all kinds of pleasures. That is also the sex chakra. So the pleasures that we feel all arise from the Swadhisthana. So as I said that if you've done the Mahaganapati course with me, then this Chaitra Navratri, which is in March, you should embark upon Bala Tripurasundari sadhana. Now, Bala Tripurasundari sadhana is the second step in Srividya, activating your Swadhisthana chakra. Okay, and the Swadhisthana is such a powerful force because all creative energy is also stored there. Procreational and procreative energies, all right? So there's just such a playful energy to Bala Tripurasundari that once you start invoking her, and again, get yourself a Sri Meru, because you can worship every single Dev Devi in the Sri Meru. You don't need to buy idols and set up a huge altar. In fact, a huge altar can be very distracting. When you are doing Ishta Sadhana, you have to have one pointed focus. In fact, this is Ekvira Devi. She is none other than the personification of Bhuvaneshwari. She is Bhuvaneshwari Ekvira Devi. And the thing is that Bala Tripurasundari will open you up to the possibilities, the mysteries, the rahasya of Srividya. Om Tripurasundari Vidmahi Kameshwari Cha Dhimahi Tanno Bala Prachodayat. So, invoking Bala, just if you've not been initiated and you want to know more about Bala, then you can do her Gayatri. Om Tripurasundari Vidmahe Kameshwari Cha Dhimahi Tanno Bala Prachodayat. Okay, again, Om Tripurasundari Vidmahi Kameshwari Cha Dhimahi Tanno Bala Prachodayat. So this you can chant with the mala 108 times. Now, I just had my mala here. Again, it seems to have done a disappearing act. Okay, anyway. So, Bala, in fact, is the goddess closest to Ganesh. She's known as Ganesh Rupini. Even in her Sahasranama, she is called Ganeshi. She's got many connections to Ganesh. Mahaganapati activates Mooladhar, and she activates Swadhisthana, brings in the orange color, the power of Mars. And her dhyana is very powerful. Rakta kalambaram chandra kalavatang sam samudra dadityani bham trinetram vidyakshamalabhyadanastham dhyayami balarunambhu chashtam. And the meaning of this is I meditate upon Bala, Bala Tripurasundari, clad in red garments. Now red, all the Shaktis are red. Again, today is Mars Day, red. Her forehead holds a crescent, just like Shiva. She has 3 eyes, Trinetram. Her brilliance equals to a rising sun. Have you ever seen the splendor of a rising sun? This is what happens when you do Bala sadhana. You start shining with the radiance of a rising sun. And she's seated on a red lotus. And the color red has to do with the red shift. I've got a book on Srividya, one on Kamakhya and one on Kali. So you can email me to receive your copy. It's an ebook. So you'll get it immediately. Now she has 4 hands. She holds books, mala, rosary, and 2 mudras, Abhaya and Varada. Most Devtas are Abhaya and Varada mudras. Alright, so Bala Tripurasundari sadhana is really important to learn right now because there's just so much going on in the world, and it's important to connect to the Divine Mother. And the thing with Bala, the thing with Lalitambika is she's not easily accessible. She's got a retinue, of just people all around, like just gods and goddesses. So you can't just go straight to her. I mean, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara create the 14 lokas with pangshu from her feet, or cosmic dust from her feet. So it's very important to do Utkilana before doing Bala mantra. Utkilana must be done. Utkilana means curse removal. Is this mantra cursed? Curse only means that there are ciphers and there are kilakams put there, nails put there that have to be opened up. It's not like anybody can curse Bala. She is Tripurasundari incarnate as a 9-year-old. But there are ciphers in the mantra. There's hidden energy that only a guru or somebody who's been practicing this for a while can unleash that energy within you. That's why they have kilakam. Hastraim, hasaklarim, hastro. Okay. Many say hasro also, but you can say hastraim, hasaklarim, hasro or hastro. Hastraim, hasaklarim, hastro. Hastraim, hasaklarim, hastrom or hastro. Okay, hastro or hasro. Hastraim, Hasklarim, Hasro. That's also correct. Or Hastro is also correct. This has to be done at least for 3 days before you commence Bala Sadhana. Utkilanam. Now in Srividya, we consider Bala to be dawn, early dawn. Bhuvaneshwari is morning. Noon is Uchisht Chandali. Evening is Matangi or Rajshamala. And night is Panchadashi herself, Tripurasundari. So this is how we visualize the different parts of the day as divine goddesses, the goddess emanations. Bala is early dawn. She has the glow of a rising sun on a red lotus. Alright, Bhuvaneshwari is morning, that activity, Rilekha Bij, rain. So that hot energy, Anahata, Rilekha, Hriday. So that morning time when you're just going out there, you have a day, you have the day, the whole day to unfold magical possibilities everywhere. There's Bhuvaneshwari. Noon is Uchisht Chandali. The first hours have passed. It's 12 noon now. Okay, you've had an experience of the day. Just a quick understanding. Was it good? Was it bad? Depending upon the leftover feeling that you have, that is Uchisht Chandali. Evening is the beauty and the grandeur of Raj Shamala or Laghu Shama. And the night is as resplendent, as full of mystery as Lalitambikai herself. So this is very, very interesting. Another Utkilanam before you start Bala. Hasrarum, Hasklarum, Hasro. Hasrarum, Hasklarum, Hasklarum, Hasro. It's difficult to pronounce, but that's why I do these workshops. So if you want to know more about this, and if you do this 100 times for 11 days, actually you will remove pretty much any curse, even ancestral curses, which you may have not been able to do. You feel like, oh my God, I'm cursed, this, that, and the other. So that. Now, Bala Tripurasundari exemplifies the energy, her mantra, Aim Kleem So. Now, Aim Kleem So is not the correct way to chant this during sadhana. And this is what is taught in the workshop, the correct way of pronunciation of Bijaksharas, which cannot be imparted to the lay person. In fact, in previously, gurus or anybody teaching about these things would not even tell you Shreem or Reem or Kleem. They would just say that, you can't even utter those Bijaksharas. But the Bijaksharas, when they imparted to you as in a Shakti Path ritual, you get to learn the correct pronunciation and the meaning behind it. And the very esoteric resonance it has to your soul. Aim is all knowledge. When we do Achaman, Aim Atma Tattvaim Shodhyami Swaha. Klim Vidya Tattvaim Shodhyami Swaha. So Shiva Tattvaim Shodhyami Swaha. Aim Klim So Sarva Tattvaim Shodhyami Swaha. This is the ritual Achaman of Bala. So as I said, that all of this is, it's a systematic way to learn all of this, So there, because Kleem is that kind of knowledge, that kind of attraction beach that fulfills all your desires. All your desires are fulfilled with Kleem. So you can also form the Sarvakarshana Mudra. Now, so is the execution power. You need to have knowledge. Aim gives you knowledge, right? The soul's inclination. Why are you here? Why did you incarnate at this time? What was your reason, your purpose? Why are you here? Kleem is all these desires that you have. That you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to date this person, you want to go on that holiday. That's Kleem. And so is the execution, although it is Shiva Tattva. So it's also the ultimate Visarga. So takes you to liberation. Alright, so this is very interesting. It's the execution power of either material success or liberation. Depends on how you use so. There is the Ichha Shakti, the Jnana Shakti, and the Kriya Shakti. So Ain becomes Ichha Shakti, Kling becomes Jnana Shakti, and So becomes Shiva power or Kriya Shakti. Alright? So, somebody is going. Alright? And they also correspond to the three states of consciousness: waking, dreaming, and sleeping. Alright? So, learning Bala sadhana, if you have not already, is going to be important for you this Navratri to start a new life. So again, Nyas is taught, the three types of Nyas, alright? The three types of Nyas is taught, and Karanyas is taught, and Anganyas is taught with Aim Klim So. Now there are many versions to Aim Klim So. Aim Klim So, So Klim Aim Klim So. Or Aim Klim So, So Klim Aim Klim So, So Klim Aim Klim So. Either 9-lettered or 6-lettered or 3-lettered. Alright, Triyakshari. Triyakshari is the most popular one, Aim Klim So. But I always believe that when you do Samputikaran, or when you attach a mantra to a mantra and you create an infinity loop, of a quantum feedback loop, which in turn becomes very, very powerful. So I think that, as I was saying, so, right? So is Shobhatmaka Visarga. It means the orgasm of Brahma. So. In fact, the Bala mantra, the Siddhi of each Bijakshara is also done. So when I teach Bala, so if you go deep into Bala sadhana, then each Bijakshara is chanted. Each Bijakshara is chanted. Bala Tripurasundari is ready to engage, ready to play, because this is a Devi as a child avatar. Children are ready to engage, to play. The grown-ups are not so, right? So it's always easy to appease Bala. Always easy to appease Bala. It is not that easy to appease Lalitambika or even get close to her. Now, Kumari Puja is very important with Bala tradition. So, if you are learning the Bala workshop, then Kumari Puja will also be taught. For instance, 2-year-old girl is called a Kumari. So, when you are doing a puja to 2-year-old girl is Kumari. 3-year-old Trimurti. For a 4-year-old Kalyani. 5-year-old Rohini. 6 Kalika. 7 Chandika. 8 Shambhavi. 9 Durga. And 10-year-old girl, Subhadra. So mostly it is done till 10, but in many paramparas they also do till 14, 16, depending upon paramparas. Alright, so it differs. But the practice of Kumari Puja with Bala Tripurasundari Sadhana is very powerful. And of course, you can't just do Bala, you have to do Mahaganapati. And then you progress slowly on to the next levels, right? Which is very, very interesting, because everything has a level, right? You first have to learn the alphabets, then the construction of the sentences with basic grammar, intonations. So, Srividya is a systematic course. It's not random, it's extremely systematic. But it's not just that. People think that the minute they hear Srividya, they're like, oh my God, it's just these elaborate rituals and so many things have to be bought. No. It is Yes, there is a part of Srividya that is very ritualistic, but there is a part of Srividya, Samayachara, which is beyond ritual, which takes you beyond ritual. So this is also very important to understand. Tripura, Bala, Tripurasundari, Tripura, the word means prior to the three states of consciousness, waking, sleeping, dreaming, prior to the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So, Lalitambika and Bala are Tripura prior to creation, sustenance and destruction. Srishti Sthiti Samhar. Tripura, she's prior to all of this. Now, Bala mantra with consonants I've told you is Aim Klim So, Aim Klim So. Without consonants is I, E, Au. There's also a way to do just without consonants, alright, just vowels. Combined Aim Klim So. In order Aim Klim So or I, E, Au. Reverse So Klim Aim. So Samputi Karana Aim Klim So, So Klim Aim. Or if you go to the 9-letter mantra, Aim Klim So, So Klim Aim, Aim Klim So. The Shruti says, who can know the knower? No one can know the true energy of Bala Tripurasundari. Nobody can know, forget Lalita, nobody can know the energy of Bala. In fact, it is said that somebody who worships the Srividya, the Sri Medu, and practices Srividya, no one knows what their powers really are. Basically, they're so powerful. So, this is such a systematic way to understand this whole thing, right? It's very systematic, and also the texts are there. The four main texts: the Lalita Sahasranam, the Trishati of Lalita, the Khadgamala, and the Ashtodwal, which all of them you should study if you're a Srividya student. But you have to also not just study, right? You also have to do sadhana, you have to do mantra, you have to learn the whole system, right? There's so much to this system, so much to the system. There's the deity, it's primarily three again: the deity, the Medu, and the mantra, the Panchadashi. The Sri Medu and its construction, which is like a completely such an elaborate topic, right? And it's very mathematical, very geometric, sacred shapes, understanding of cosmic dynamics. So it's forever, like I said. This is a system that you cannot have enough of. There's just layers and layers and infinite layers. Nobody knows what the Sri Chakra actually has within it, except Lalita Tripurasundari herself. Even Kameshwar Bhairo doesn't know everything. So it's that powerful. Because what is Lalitambika doing? She upholds the universe. And all the Medus, from one bindu everything emanates. And all the different angles, the marma points, they are all just holding energies, auguring deities, the gods and goddesses, right? So all these various energies, everything that has created the universe, the multiverse, I would say, all of this is what Lalitambika holds in the Medu. So the worship of this is too profound for human understanding, I think, and it's just experience, as you keep on experiencing. For instance, when you know that she loves kadamba flowers, then in your meditation you can create the smell of kadamba flowers. So, as I said, that meditation and Srividya has a lot to do with imagination. How to invoke, because within the crevices of our imagination there resides every thought form that there ever could be. Because we are connected to that divine. We are creators in our own right. So this is something to think about. And the Klim is known as Kamakala beach. The Klim, it's also Kamakya beach, which I told you Kamakya Sodashi is Tripurasundari. So if you want to worship her in the more abstract way, you get into Kamakya Tantra. But if you want to know the workings of Tripurasundari in more grounded manner, I would say, like, with rituals, with mantra, with not that Kamakya doesn't have rituals or mantra, but it's more of an abstraction, where Srividya has become more systematic, because people who feel a pull towards Kamakya, and they are Shabris. Kamakya Tantra gives us Shabar Vidya, which is, I think, an astounding upasana and sadhana to do. It teaches you a lot. Alright, so if you have a picture of her like this, then you should start meditating, or if you get a Bala picture, or if you get a Bala idol, alright, then you should start from her feet. And you can start the Bala workshop, and if you have a 9-year-old or a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, whatever little girl near you, then you should worship that little girl as Kumari before you commence on Bala sadhana. It will bring you a lot of good blessings. So, as I was saying, that I am clean, so clean. Kamakala Rupa is one of her names, one of Tripurasundari's names, and it's name 322. And this Kamakala Rupa, right, is how she plays, her subtle vibration. And the secret of this form, Kamakala Rupa, is known only to Mahabhairav, Kameshwar Bhairav. Nobody, and even he doesn't know all the levels of this Rupa. She's so profound, And when you start worshipping Bala, you will have health. Mahaganapati Tarpan will give you health, mantra will give you health. Then when you move on from Om Shri Ring Kling Long Ganapate Varavrata Sarvajaname Vishmani Swaha, then comes Swadhishthan, Bala. I'm Klim so Klim, 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 I'm Klim so Klim. So this has to be done with mudras. And we've spoken many times about Srividya mudras. I guess that is the last thing that I will do. I was going to discuss some other stuff with you guys, but yeah. So slowly the students who have learned the formats will get into the avarana pujas, the 9 avaranas. I seem to have got a whole I had a whole bunch of things that I picked up and I bought. Then I'm now seeing that I've got completely different notes, like not pertinent to the conversation at hand. And actually, the next book that I'm writing is on Bagalamukhi. So you can very well drop me an email to book that. So before we start, let's discuss a bit of the mudras. Now, even with Bala workshop, you learn the Avahana mudras. Alright, so Avahanadi mudras, they're also called. Avahita Bhava. Okay, Avahita Bhava. Alright, this is Avahita Bhava. Then Samsthapini Bhava. This is Samsthapini Bhava. I've told you establishing Sthapana Mudra. Samsthapini Bhava. Sannidhipitaha Bhava. Hello. Sannidhipitaha Bhava. Alright. Sanmukhi Bhava. Oh, this Sanmukhi Bhava. Then Avakunthita Bhava. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see anything. I just realized. So let's do this again. Avahita Bhava. Samsthapita Bhava. Hello. Samsthapita Bhava. Sannidhipitaha Bhava. Sanniruddha Bhava. Sanmukhi Bhava. Avakunthita Bhava. So these mudras will be taught, and of course Vandani Mudra will be taught with Bala workshop. And then as we slowly progress on to Srividya, then we'll do the discussion. Actually, for those people joining now, that indeed this video should have been called Mahaganapati and Bala Tripurasundari. And after I finish my Bagalamukhi book, I do intend to go into great detail about Bala, because I've already got a Srividya book available, and that'll pretty much tell you a lot of things you need to know about Srividya, about Bala. And it's not like, other books where it's just regurgitated same stuff. It's years and years of experience dealing with these things, working with these things. So this is important, that during this Chaitra Navaratri, get into the spiritual grove. Why shouldn't you? People ask me that, they take a mantra, oh, I want a job, and they get a mantra, and then suddenly they are like, how long do I have to do that? Or they get the job, then they stop doing that. But my thing to you is, why stop doing something if it works for you, right? Why stop something if it's working? Push harder, do more, try more. So it doesn't matter, you don't have to be a Hindu or an Indian to even do this, because this is pure science. Tantra Shastra is pure science. The way you do pranayam is breath control. The Western world has taken all of these concepts and have called it, mindfulness awareness, meditation awareness, or whatever. But all of these is what our ancestors have been doing. So why not do it? Why not get into it? Why not use what is really important, and what can really potentially change our lives. Yes, you don't have to do it when you're happy, but the minute you get kicked out of your job, or you get, your lover breaks your heart, and then you're like, oh God, what the hell, why me? Oh God, or a disease hits you. Nobody believes in God or wants to do anything until and unless it is a bit too late. And then they're like, oh my God, it didn't work, and God didn't support me, or the divine powers didn't support me. But then the divine is within you. Have you spent enough time cultivating a relationship with the divine? For if you haven't, then it's up to you. So this process of internalization is sadhana. This process of looking within, the realization within, the journey within, this is sadhana. So without wasting any more time, I would seriously suggest that if you haven't done Ganpati workshop, then learn Mahaganapati worship, then learn Bala worship during Chaitra Navaratri, which is coming up in March. It's a beautiful time to learn all about Srividya. Srividya is pretty much nine avaranas. 9 avaranas. So 9 avaranas, 9 days. The connection is astounding. So why not, look into this and it works better than anything. It works better than therapy, I'll tell you that. Because if you just go somewhere and you tell somebody what's internal, how are they to resolve your issue? The resolution must come from within. It's always good to talk to a spiritual person to get an understanding, but just this therapy for therapy's sake, just talking your thing out, it helps, yeah, but in the long term, it's not going to work. So, why waste time with it? Importantly, establishing just a Medu in your house, just a Sri Yantra like that. in your house. It doesn't have to be that big. It can be a small one. Just that brings energy. Then forget pujas, mantras, just looking, gazing at that without blinking. What is known as tratak. Just gazing at that can change your life without blinking 10 minutes. Okay, if you blink once, all right, open your eyes and get to it again. Start. So these little things, you can even write the mantra, Aim Klim So, on a piece of paper. Put a candle in front of it. And yeah, of course, Bijaksharas you can't change, but intentions you can change. Shabdi mantras you can't change. But I would always tell you that why not learn? Sanskrit is a good language to learn, even if you're from Serbia, wherever you're from. It's a good language to learn. And it increases your, firstly, it increases your intellect greatly. Working with languages and linguistics helps you in cognition, in metacognition, how you learn, how you assimilate knowledge. So learning a different language, and if it's for spiritual purposes, why not? You know, everybody will tell you it's hard. It's not. You start off with A, E. Go to any channel that teaches you Sanskrit and just practice. Let the words roll from your mouth. Then take the mantra you like. Then speak that mantra. Aim Clean So. Feel so. What happened? What happens in your body? What happens? So it's actually just a way to spend time with yourself, also sadhana. And it cements your determination, your power, your thinking skills, your problem solving skills. So, you know, why not? Why not get into it, right? I mean, even before sadhana, take a few days, 11 days, take a mirror and gaze into that mirror. Look at your own reflection, but don't look here and there. Focus on that third eye in the mirror. Like I'm looking in the mirror, the third eye, right bam there. And keep looking every day, fully face relaxed, tongue rolled backwards, eyes staring without blinking in your third eye. Build practice. Don't blink. Hold it. It's going to hurt you. I just blinked, right? And you have to gather yourself. It can't be like overt light on your eyes either. So preferably just a candle in a dark room. Because right now I have this huge amounts of light coming into my eyes. So I'm unable to focus. But you build concentration. Then suddenly you blink. It's okay. Take a moment. Open again. This is how you establish practice. Yes. So just do that. Just start off small. Have realistic goals that you can work towards in Sanskrit, because it's such a difficult language, and you guys come from a different country. So start small. I'm sure Sanskrit has so much similarities with so many languages. So whatever it is, working with Sanskrit will only help metacognition, the way you assimilate information. And the bijakshara, intentions you can set in your mother tongue, not a problem, which is called sankalpam. But the whole process, you have to learn. If you're saying Ganpati mantra, so Om Shring Ring Kling Long Gangadapate Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashmane Swaha. You have to say it. And then you feel the vibrations inside. The point is not to just say it dryly. The point is to feel what's happening in the psychosomatic and in your soul, in your spiritual body, in your astral body. That's important to think about. So practice that, Miratratak. It can be very, very powerful. People who are into Srividya, I suggest that you learn the puja, the puja padvati. Doesn't have to be an elaborate Navavrana puja every single day. I have a simplified form that I teach you. Something real that you can do, something real that you can practice. Pranayam, you have to practice. Tratak, you have to practice. Bijakshar sadhana, you have to practice. Mudras, you have to practice. And within these, you will find what you're looking for. And that's it. The reservoir to bliss and happiness. So that, the parts of Sri Yantra, right, are actually divine rays or sublims of the Devi, the different multiverses that is created. So, before I go, let's do Bala Mantra Ucharan. Again, I'm saying I am clean so, but that is not the real pronunciation of the mantra. And the real pronunciation can only be imparted through Shaktipat, through your 7 chakras. So, those people interested in my Bala workshop, drop me an email. Chaitra Navratri is coming up. Drop me an email and we can work together. But before that, you need Mahaganapati initiation. Without activation of Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana doesn't activate, doesn't trigger. So that has to be done. 5 deities of Srividya. Slowly, slowly we progress. Alright, so let's start. I'll be doing the 6-lettered variation. The Samputikaran. I'm Klim So Klim 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 I'm. Deep breath again. Mouth will not be open when you breathe. I'm Klim So Klim 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 I'm. Just doing this. Forget the nyas. Forget Rishyadi Nyas, Karanyas, forget Anganyas, just basics. And even Anganyas you can just do. Aim Hridayaya Namaha, Klim Shirasi Swaha, So Shikhaya Vashat, Aim Kavachaya Hum, Klim Netratrayaya Vashat, So Astraya Phat. Ultimate protection shield on the energy of Bala on you. Aim Hridayaya Namaha, Klim Shirasi Swaha, So Shikhaya Vashat, Aim Kavachaya Hum, Klim Klim Netratrayaya Vashat, So Astraya Phat. See, that. No, I mean, see, they're all one and the same, but Rajeshwari is a form of Lalita that is even more powerful, Rajeshwari. So, as I was saying, you saw the Astraya, so Astraya Phat. Astraya Phat seals everything. That sound seals everything. So, just people interested in Bala, actually I'm going to change the name of this video. It became a discussion on Mahaganapati and Bala Tripurasundari. So I'm going to do that. Remember, I have 5 books available. 1 on Kali, 1 on Devi Kamakhya, 2 on Uchishta Ganapati, 1 on Srividya. And 6th book coming up on Bagalamukhi. Now what I want you guys to do is please check out my Hindustan Times column. I'm writing there almost every single day on, dreams, dream interpretation, soulmates, twin flames, and all of that stuff. So, I'm a really good relationship expert. Also kind of fancy myself as quite a matchmaker. So, please read my articles. I'll go now, and I'm going to change the name of this video for sure. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Really helps. Every like, every share helps. So support me because I plan to come live every day. So don't forget to click on that little bell icon right next to subscribe. And when you click on that, You will be notified every single time I come live, and it's gonna be often. So all I'm gonna say is don't miss it out. Okay, don't miss out. Don't miss it out. Look at me already rambling on. Thank you. See you.